Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about shoulder rotation and the causes and effects of getting certain sequences wrong. And it can be probably the easiest fix that many of us just overlook. It can pretty much eradicate any problem that you previously had. Pitching the golf club over the top too steep or getting a bit stuck, this will really help. Let's take a look. Right, so let's keep this really simple. We're all going to set up to the golf ball with relatively square shoulders at address, okay? We all want to set up with nice alignments, and we're all told in our golf swing to rotate. Keep the golf swing simple, 2 rotations and off you go. But no one really talks about the sequence of it, or when and why you should delay your sequence or speed up your sequence, and what patterns match up with what. So keeping it super simple, at some point you would have rotated to the top of the backswing. Some of us have got more rotation than others. Some people are able to get huge rotations. Some people can only get little rotations. So you've got to bear that in mind as well, and that can dramatically affect everything I'm about to talk about. So take a little bit of ownership on that and maybe start to map the amount of rotation you can get in the golf swing before we start testing some of these ideas. But we're all told to rotate and rotate back. And I think that's where everyone gets in trouble. Everyone thinks, rotate this way, rotate that way. The sequence isn't 2 rotations. The sequence should be rotate to your trail side, little pressure into the ground, get everything a little bit lower, start and rotate and push up and back. So that's a different sequence, but many of us are rotating. So let's think about it logically. If the world, the population, is struggling on getting a little bit steep in transition, are they just going rotate like we've been taught? So let's take a look. I'm going to hold an alignment stick across my chest. I am going to rotate and I'm going to get the left side of this alignment stick to point at the golf ball on my backswing. Okay, job done. In the downswing, the first thing I'm going to do now is try and get this side of the alignment stick towards the ball. Straight away, I have seen the golf club move out in front of me on the downswing. But I was told as a kid, keep it really simple, nice and wide, rotate. Well, that doesn't work. That's across the line and I'm going to be quite steep and I'm definitely going to start the ball left to right. That in lies where many people get it wrong. We want to work up to the top of the backswing, turn our left shoulder if we're able to get a nice turn. In the downswing, we just turn back. That's not the sequence. The sequence should be turn to our trail side, push pressure to our lead side, get a little bit lower, stay a little bit delayed on the shoulder rotation, and then turn. And that in lies, there's where 90% of the world goes wrong. Most people open up their shoulders too quickly. Now this is a stereotype move. This is based on people that are cutting the golf ball, seeing it steep, getting trappy, hitting shanks, hitting the stuff that you don't want to hit, and then you want to spend all day long hitting draws. Well, that comes with its own issues. So most people that draw the golf ball get a nice bigger turn. They tend to have bigger turns than most, and then in transition they tend to delay the rate in which their shoulders open up. The golf club then is delayed, and then as you turn, the golf club is now going to come into impact, close the impact. You can see the way in which my shoulders are pointing as my golf club enters impact. So up to the top of the backswing, staying closed out. Now I have to use my hands into impact. Yeah, okay, that would be a conversation about getting your shoulders open more quickly, get rotated. You see the better players in the world with high speeds that don't want to hit those snappy hooks. They're being told to rotate. But for many of us, we just don't have that speed, and we definitely don't have that pattern of the golf club being stalled out behind us. So the idea of rotating is literally the world's worst idea. We just don't have that sequence, nor do we have that separation in our upper and lower body. 9 times out of 10, when a decent player about rotation, they are talking about lower half separation and rotation. They're talking about keeping the chest quiet, but their body is opening up. The chest is staying super quiet, super quiet, and then you get the DJ look. That's a whole different conversation. But if we kept it really simple, most people would benefit from understanding when and how their shoulders need to move or stay quiet in the downswing. And that's not even talking about tilts. That's a right side tilt, that's a left side tilt, and that can affect the golf club as well. I will do another video on that because that will blow my mind off, not yours. So if you are seeing the golf club work a little bit steep in transition, so the golf club working more out and over, Then try and feel like your shoulders stay quiet, 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 quiet until the golf club is around level to the ground, and then turn. Likewise, if you feel like you're getting the golf club too stuck, or you don't feel like you can do anything other than flip it, go up to the top of the backswing and try and get your shoulders squaring out earlier. From there, you can start move path wherever you want. It's a real simple video with a very clear message. Stop wasting your time working on the way in which the club, shaft, wrist angles are influencing delivery, and start looking at the culprit. Now, a really nice way to help you guys at home is just simply get an alignment stick, pop it against your chest, and then get in a mirror, a camera, a video, record yourself, and just try and map your general move. Let it just go natural. Close your eyes and start and move your golf swing where it is, and then stop. Our shoulders are open and the golf club's out in front of me. Why don't I just stay a little bit quieter on my chest? Starting to understand your shoulders, and I think you're starting to understand your game. Fairly simple one, but that took me a long time to understand. So if you've got any questions on that, let me know. Like, bell, subscribe, all the rest of it. Stay safe and speak to you soon.